Greg here. We're going to take a look at using the company directory, nice little module from CalGuy. So we're just some basics with it in terms of adding companies and some of the details that you can enter and all that's involved with it. So by default, company directory, it's listed under the content section within CMS Made Simple. And we're going to pop through this one. We've got some entries already in here. So this is just showing us who's in there. If you have front-end users installed, it'll also show you the owner. So the owner would be somebody who has control to certain information and could actually be delegated to be able to update their own profile. Similar thing that we use with Supply Chain Connector, which you'd have to know more about to understand what I'm talking about. So never mind that. So honestly, the key thing that you're usually doing here is just coming in and adding a company. So we pop in, you enter in a name. So I'm going to use us, for example, just because it's going to save me some time typing. And if I go through here and enter in some info, including postal or zip. So the format, it's just your address with the street, city, province or state, and postal or zip. And then if you hit the lookup coordinates, this is actually grabbing, it's resolving as best as it can the actual Latin long values for the geo coordinates. Phone number, fax number, email, all those details. Website address, a description that can be fully edited, insert images, links to documents, all that stuff. Attaching an image, so if there was a photo to be associated with it or a logo. And it even generates a URL to make sure that everything is okay, and we can assign to categories. So there would normally be a series of categories here. So that's it. You go through and create it. On the front end, it can do a number of things. In this particular instance, we're using company directory for some back-end stuff for interacting with clients directly, so the customer base for a particular client of ours. Owner, we can, because there is a front-end user on file, I'm going to assign it to myself in this case. But the other scenario is this module is what's used for, I mentioned before, the Supply Chain Connector, and the Prince George Business Directory is the other one. So I'm going to do submit. It goes through. We'll see that the company is listed down below. We would be able to open it to edit. We can save some time if we have duplicates. In this particular case, we have several for the same company but different divisions. So we're trying to separate those. We actually want to reduce duplicates, remove them altogether wherever possible. So in this case, we would kill that one and what have you. And then in terms of what you can do with it on the front end, we'll take a very quick look at this is our big one that we had pulled together. So we can take a look at a browse function. So this is all powered on the back end using company directory. We worked with extending it a fair bit to be able to handle the volumes that we were looking at. So it's giving us categories, subcategories within each of these sectors, and then we can click through to see a listing of businesses. Within that one, we're able to map it based on those lat long values that were pulled in, and each of these then links through to a profile as well, a business profile. So we click on that. Boom, we're taken to the profile, and this is all information that's added in along with that particular company. So we've added extra fields and stuff like that, but the basics are all the same from the back end in terms of adding them. So that's company directory.